Oh,
Oh my gosh. I know your computer is not lying to you. The three amigos are back. The band is back. We're touring again. AJ and Max have been on a tear, hiring everything up. AJ has launched the new Jerusalem office, making sure everything is amazing out there. He's actually working hand in hand with our dev team right now, actually in Jerusalem. So we're spanning continents here. Max is holding it down at Proper HQ in Columbus, which is also very, very nice. And we also have some really good digs here in Austin. So everybody's living well, doing well, but we're still relentless focused on customer value. And AJ and Max have an incredible roadmap to unveil for us today. So without further ado, AJ, take it away.
I just want to talk a little bit, Robert. Thank you about that. First of all, yeah, we've been working pretty insane. I was in Israel now for the last week and a half, coming back here in like 2 weeks from the month. Like,
but when AJ
I'm
goes to Israel,
I'm
when
literally
AJ,
on developers every day. Like, it's pretty crazy. I think they want me guns.
I,
AJ, when you come back from Israel, you're like at least a couple years older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's good. It's good. Like we hired a ton of people. I think the team's like close to 100 or something. It's pretty crazy. Like we did a ton of architectural work. I know we speak a lot about that, but it's about all to pay off for everyone in the near coming future. And we're so confident about where we are that we're going to spill the beans about what's coming. Just because it doesn't matter if we spill the beans. Like there's going to be no one in the
we're
world.
going fast.
There's no one that can execute quicker right now than us. And so we're right now on a one-way train to delivering value to our customers. And it's exciting. There's so much coming. So what's coming? First of all, there's huge architectural updates that are happening as we speak to the way we save data, process data, data lakes, data warehouses, all the data things you can imagine as a data company. And so that's all fun and nice. The Creative Cockpit is slated to launch, I think, next week. It is looking, if I may say so myself, insane right now. It's pretty.
Can you share something? A screenshot? Something.
No, not right
peek.
now. People can go look at the landing page for the Creative Cockpit. Robert can drop that, but it's going to look just as good as the landing page does. Which usually the designs don't actually look as good. It's going to look as good and even better in some ways.
I've got to play with it. It's really cool. So we have an alpha right now with our really kind of premier partners. And everybody's been really blown away. We'll probably open it up to a beta and then release it to the wild. But it is, and AJ got TikTok in. TikTok is coming in as well. And
TikTok is in. And Rob, if people
crazy.
Really love it, we can launch YouTube, Pinterest, and Snap shortly after that into the creative dashboard. So that's going to be pretty sick.
Cockpit.
So I want to go through. So that's already old news. So everyone knows about that, right?
Leave some comments if you want YouTube and what else? Google.
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 No, I mean, so YouTube, Pinterest, and Snap really would be the next ones that people would want. Pinterest might be a big one there, and YouTube also. Okay, and then the next feature that's coming after that is actually influencer management. So we're working on building out an influencer management, and this is going to be really cool because we're going to auto save the content that you work with your influencers. You're going to be able to track influencers or affiliates with discount codes or UTMs, as well as upload content and get the influencers to upload the content into Triple Whale. So you have a single source of truth for everything influencers going on. We're excited about that. Me and Max had a playbook that we ran with influencers that really moved the needle for our business. And we want to enable people to use sort of the same playbook. And this is sort of half of the playbook, right? So collecting the content and measuring the results are extremely important when you're running an influencer program. And so that's coming sometime in July as well. After that, in no particular order, within the next 3 months, are coming the following: a financial dashboard, which is going to Max. You want to talk about the financial dashboard a little bit?
This is Max's pet project. I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah. So basically, when I was running my business, and like what kept me from going out of business was like just like my Google sheet that had like all my accounts, and I would just preload them every day with like my Chase checking account, this credit card, and then at the end of the day, I did it like, once or twice a day, right? You would see how much cash you actually have in the bank and figure out what moves you could make. Super important, but it would take a ton of time to actually like populate those fields on the Google Sheet. Here we're connecting with either Plaid or some kind of, whatever, if it's Plaid, if it's Stripe, to bring in all that data real time on your dashboard. Have a dedicated finance dashboard, and then you can pin like, your cash balance to the summary page. It's going to be huge. Shout out to
Yeah,
Yaakov.
it's gonna be your source of truth for your financial data. Hopefully, like your CFO essentially in the app. And there's going to be other financial products that Triple Whale goes down the road over there to help you guys in as well. We're not going to go in there deep right now, but there's a lot in the works over there as well. So that's on the financial side. Then we're going to have the inventory dashboard coming, which is going to help you place your POs, track your inventory, and that all is going to be connected to your ads as well. So as Rabba says, connecting your demand to your supply, right? Supply to demand is one of the holy grails, I think, of e-com, and so that's going to be coming as well. And then we also have a creative hosting, which we're going to be working on. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but something around there as well. We want the whole flow of the way you work with your ads within Triple Whale. Essentially, we sort of want to divorce the ad platforms from deploying media at all within Triple Whale and use that completely within the dashboard. So if you have an ad, campaign, ad set, or ad that you want to start, you can just start it in Triple Whale, decide which platform you want to go after, right? If it's TikTok, if it's Pinterest, if it's Facebook, right? Obviously, when the AI hits as well, we'll help you decide where to spend that. Yep. But in the meantime, at least the ads management, we all want that to be done within Triple Whale. And then we have that's a lot. Then we have
activity. Rabba wants the activity feed.
1 second, we're getting activity. There's a rules engine coming on top of the ads as well. So the ability to use first-party data, Facebook data, and our blended data in your rules as well on Triple Whale. And then we also have a CDP as well coming within Triple Whale. So CDP is a customer data platform. So essentially connecting your zero-party, first-party, third-party data on your customers. So imagine being able to see your tickets from Gorgias on a customer, with the emails open from Klaviyo, with the customer journeys from Triple Whale, right, all in one place, and the ability to segment those and target them. I think, that's basically it. It's a lot, but we're building the OS right now within the next 3 months. We're not waiting a long time to build the OS. This is all going to be done within the next 3 months. If we miss by a month, you're going to have to forgive us, but that's basically the timeline that we're giving ourselves right now. That's why I'm spending so much time here in Israel and working like crazy right now. The whole team is.
Yeah, when AJ goes to Israel, I think all the engineers kind of kiss their wives, kiss their babies, and then it's like the wartime footing sometimes. When AJ goes out there, it is madness.
We're here to deliver value to our customers, right? A lot of
That's fair.
I think everyone needs better tooling right now around their businesses, especially as we go. Like, we're in very uncertain territories right now, right? Everywhere, and so we want to make sure that we can give you, or the small guys, the best tools they can get, right? In order, the big guys, the small guys, everyone, to get the best.
It was really interesting. You said that was somebody. So we're doing something really cool called the Whale Roadshow. So Max gave me a bunch of money to just basically throw parties, and they're actually really fun. There's business objectives tied to it, but we threw one in New York, and one of the things that came up to me were Q3 budget coming up soon. One of the things that came up to me was people that were talking about how Triple Whale really unlocks so much value for them, because obviously it's not cheap. We're a premium product for a premium price, but it's not this 40, 50, 70K a month type of enterprise solution that only was available to, the Nikes of the world, or et cetera, like that. And so it's funny you say that, AJ, because there was a lot of that sentiment at the New York Roadshow of just like people democratizing kind of the tools and platforms that these big guns, these kind of quote unquote enterprise level services platforms have had also access to, that we now 100%. Give to the people.
Just like context, right? They're small and they're small, right? Triple Whale's largest clients are doing north of $400 million a year, right?
Yep.
And we have a lot of clients at the $100 million a year. Those are small compared to the Nikes of the world.
Exactly.
Right? Triple Whale is not going after.
Those are big. Those are big.
We want to take the tools that a company like Nike would use, right? And let the $400 million brand use it, the $100 million brand use it, and the brand just doing $10,000 a month use all the same tooling. The ground should be equal. If you have a good product and you have a good market that product fits, right? Hopefully Triple Whale can enable you to deliver that product quicker and also not go broke doing it, right? Because as Max knows all too well, you can have a good product and a marketing machine, but then, right, Max, you had just a couple of stores of inventory, right? Where
never. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, sure. Inventory is tough. Managing your cash is tough.
Yes.
And your demand. So connecting the demand, right, with the supply, Rob, to your point.
Yeah, it can be.
Yes, I think the way to think about this is like if we think of jobs to be done in e-commerce, right? So I was the media buyer mainly in Max's brand, and I also did influencers. So media buying, creative dashboard, influencers, and then Max did the finance and the inventory. And so we're sort of building out like literally the use cases we did for ourselves.
What we wish we had, right?
Yeah, we're also we're very much directing product here, me and Max, on these things, and still running Madison Braids a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, but something there to sort of see how those tools.
It helps us. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I couldn't be more excited.
That was a lot. Maybe we should unpack some of that now.
Yeah, we should definitely unpack some of that.
We're gonna build everything in a few months.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just back up. There's a lot there. We're working on a ton right now. Like it's just insane. We're working on a ton. One challenge is holding it all in my head to make sure everything is down, but we're working on all of it. Oh, we're also launching next week. We're launching a new sign-up flow next week, which is absolutely gorgeous within the app.
Guys,
we're also launching billing within the app.
Billing attached to your profile. It's huge.
Seismic shifts here.
Yeah. We're
moving off of Typeform. It's going to be unbelievable, guys.
Yeah.
Our duct tape funnel.
It's pretty insane.
You just got to get it done. You just got to get it done. You know what I mean?
It's pretty insane how much we've grown with the Typeform as like the front end of the sign up.
This is something else though that came across in the New York meetup where there's people doing $20 million with very, very like non-sophisticated types of setups. So like there's a certain aspect of like this is something that I think we've had it swing back a little bit because we got not bloated, but we had this huge hiring spree and there was just kind of this like we need a tool for everything or we need to hire another person. And we've kind of the pendulum has kind of come back to the middle of like getting back to our roots and scrappy. Like there's something to be said about you don't want to be caught and always looking for X, Y, or Z. Like you just got to get it done. Like real artist
shit. You got to get in there. You know?
Yeah, you got to get in there and you can't just be dependent on it. So RIP Typeform, the new sign-up flow is amazing, but at the same time, it got done when it needed to get done. Like people aren't coming
Bravo, I remember you set that thing up. I remember when you set that up originally. Back in the day, you know, we're talking about
the OG. Oh, incredible. And so like, yeah, I am, the new sign up flow is beautiful. And this actually takes us to a nice little dovetail as well, where we've found that we want to make sure that people can basically build the triple whale for themselves. And so as we get more and more modules out, we don't want to make you buy things that you're not going to get value from because you're at different points in your business journey. And so you're going to be able to basically mix and match all the modules that we have. And if you if you just need core triple whale, boom. If you need core triple whale and you want some attribution, boom. If you need the creative cockpit and core triple whale, but you don't really need attribution because you're not spending that much money. So there's going to be all these really cool configurations that the sign up flow enables.
I want to talk about that for a second also about like triple whale is going to be moving to an a la carte type of pricing where we do price per module, right? And it's important to understand what people are getting and not getting. We are going to be launching so the modules I just mentioned are just large projects, right? Simultaneously, Cappy is very much underway right now, right? Obviously, that's not going to be an upsell. That's going to be included in your pixel. We're also
what's Cappy, AJ? Maybe for people that aren't holding in the
Cappy is a conversion API, so the ability to take our pixel data and send it back to Facebook. We're frankly not exactly sure about the lift that will give for your Facebook account, but we do get a ton of requests for it, and we do think we'll have a better match rate than Facebook will or Shopify will, just because we don't miss things that happen behind ad blockers, right? 44% of the internet on desktop uses ad blockers, and we see through those, and so there's a fair chance that we can get a bump there, but as I've always said, right, the verdict is still to be determined on the value there, but that we are working on actively right now. We are also working on post-purchase surveys on the minimal version of it. So if you're using a more complex tool that asks multiple questions, maybe triple whale won't be the best for you, but just getting started with a simple question of, hey, where did you hear from? That will be included in the triple whale plan for free. And so we are working on a lot of features that you guys, like the ability to spend media from within triple whale, that won't be an upsell, right? You'll be able to change your budgets from within triple whale without an extra price. And so I would say like this, when you think of what we're doing, we're going to be adding a ton of functionality to our current products, aka the Pixel and the summary page and the analytics suite that we have, while simultaneously also adding new modules. Right? And the way we think of it in our head is if we're building literally new modules that would replace another app that you may have bought somewhere else, right? It's fair for us to charge for that as a company, right? Versus, let's say, just an upgraded feature, which definitely should be free, right? And so that's how we're thinking about it.
Right. We're going to optimize, obviously, for the bundle, right? The more you buy, the better the price we'll get.
Yeah, it's very similar to the way Rippling does this right now. Anyone wants to go to Rippling for HR, you guys can see it. They have like a suite of 14 products, 3 clouds. And essentially you buy the bundle. The bundle's cheaper than other competitive bundles, but there are a lot of products in there, right? And so the only way we can afford to continue delivering this amount of value, right, is if it makes sense on a business model perspective, right? We can just build one product like a lot of other companies do, right? But the way we're thinking of Triple Whale is if you do not want to buy another module, you don't have to, right? And if you want to and you get value out of it, then we're here to give that to you, right? And I think that's going to be a very, very important partnership important partnership with us and the clients, right, and our users to understand that dynamic of how the company is working.
And I think it's really important to understand 2 things, or at least from my perspective, when I'm if I'm taking a step outside, like AJ said, we are not going to nickel and dime you, paper cut you for like feature upgrades and stuff like that. That's something we're very, very sensitive to. And honestly, the bundling isn't necessarily so much so as the economics for us, but more so, again, we want to make sure that people have access to the platforms and features that bring them the most value. And if we did, like, if you bought like all of Triple Whale, once we have it built out, it might be $1,600-$1,700 product, and not everybody needs that, and that will start to price some people out of the market. And so this gives people flexibility to understand what's going to generate value for their business and when it makes sense to make those economic bets. So I'm really excited about how this is kind of going to play out, because there's going to be just so many fundamental shifts in the features.
I think that the whole bundle will owe it, like, in my mind, you know, we're going to be doing TWU, right? Triple University. And there's going to be a teaching aspect that goes along with these products, like with the influencer dash and with the inventory dash, right? Like we really want to be your partner to help you run the business properly. Another thing that's coming. Sorry, I forgot. Trends are coming as well. Benchmarks and trends coming within the month. Right. So seeing data sets of how am I doing compared to my cohort, that's coming for free to the summary page. And so, like, there's going to be a ton of valuable things. But more importantly, I always think that whatever the price ends up being for the whole bundle, it will be way less than the value we bring to the brand that buys that bundle by like
100%,
a factor of 100x, right?
Yeah, that's the
goal, right? Or whatever.
We're hoping to be like your coach in the corner, you know, or like your CMO in the corner, or your CFO in the corner, whatever it may be, whatever bundle you need.
Right. And that's true. That's true. That's going to be true for agencies. It's going to be true for stores, right? Like we have an insane amount of agency partners right now. Max is like, what is it? It's like
450, I think.
I don't know, whatever. It's a huge amount of agencies we work with right now, and some of the largest in the world. And we're obviously going to work with the agencies. We're also working on building an agency flow for pricing and for getting the onboarding of clients and making it easier for them to get started with Triple Whale as well. And manage the clients. But really, what we're going to be focused on is just helping you guys do a better job at running your business. That's basically it. And if I'm a little bit tired and off, and if State of the Whale, it's just because of the amount of work.
Nobody can tell. I promise you, no one can tell you're tired. I promise.
It's like it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and it's fun, but it doesn't feel like we slow down. It also doesn't feel like we're not scrappy, honestly.
Right.
Like it feels like more scrappy, more hungry, trying harder to do a better job for everyone out there. That's what it feels like on the team right now.
Yeah, and the job you've done in terms of scaling up and hiring up, you and Max have just brought in such killers in terms of the product dev. I mean, across the whole organization, but in specific in the product vertical, man, we have some absolute stellar people running. Like our PMs are second to none. I mean, Leah, Panina, Yakov, there's some real Ilya. Some absolute smashers. What are you most excited about out of all that, AJ? I know it's like picking your favorite kid.
I'm in hardcore execution mode for that. Those are like done in my mind. Like, I'm actually more excited for what comes after them, which is going to be the AI that automates the whole machine, which is going to be magical, hopefully. But like that's the thing I'm most excited about personally. I just want to get these done, honestly. Like I want to run with these. Me and Max have this vision ready from like last year of what the OS needs to be, right? What the toolings are. Yeah. It's essentially taking every single spreadsheet Max had to run his business and just make them into a product that works, right? And it's just taking us a little more time than we expected to get there. Although like it looks like we moved quickly, me and Max still feel like we can move quicker. And so that's what like the next 3 months are about. It's delivering the maximum amount of value to the clients, to our stores. And then we can get down to really building the automation platform under that. Which is going to be exciting.
I think also the anomaly detection, I'm super excited about that. It took me a while to be brought over to the AI side. I always thought AI was like if you could visualize AI, it's like the Matrix. This is like a blob of like, I don't know, robotic data. And I still don't know what the heck that meant, but lately I'm pumped to see like how we can find things that need your attention and then give you actionable tips to fix things, to optimize things, and serve them up in a way that's super easy to use. AJ, what do you think about that?
No, I love it. You guys want me? I can actually show a visual thing. You want me to show the RFM visualization that the AI developer drew up?
Yes, please. Because it's funny because I actually in your boat as well, Max. Like I was pretty bearish on the AI stuff, and now AJ's kind of brought me to the other side, and it's funny. Because and I still hate this tagline, but it's what was like when we were brainstorming taglines and mission statements. Yeah, what was it? It was the let people do what they do. What was it, AJ? Yeah.
Let humans do what they do best, and let machines do the rest. Yeah.
It's a terrible tagline, but the sentiment is fantastic, and I'm coming.
Thought of like the Terminator. Foot,
yeah, T2000. Yeah, exactly. But I'm coming around to it.
Listen, our AI team expanded significantly. I think we have 6 full-time AI developers right now on Triple Whale. So like we are taking this. It's not like we're like talking and not building. We are taking this seriously. So Rabah, here's just I'll show this for like a second. Share my screen. So this one of our AI developers actually can draw things up pretty well. So this is an RFM graph where basically you would see RFM is recency, frequency, and monetary value, right? And so you would see your cohorts of buyers based on those 3, recency, frequency, and monetary value, and they would bucket them to be like the highest people that have all 3 are in the champion category or cohort. And then you would see over time how they're moving between different cohorts. So let's say some from the champion went to the average or the lost. And then you'll be able to click in here and actually see the attributes of that cohort of users. And like what's going on? What was their AOV? What products did they buy? Where did they come from? What Facebook ad did they come from? Or Instagram ad did they come from, right? I don't know if we'll actually have the women, men, and gender things because I don't know if we have that data.
It's hard
and
to
this,
get now.
This would be the more MMM view data and the optimal price of the optimal spending price, right, for every campaign and how much you should be spending on every channel and things like that. And so there's just a lot there coming. That's just fancy stuff happening in the background, but that wasn't even, I didn't mention that. Actually, that's not even part of the automation I was talking about. But yeah, there's just a ton coming into the AI right now. It took us a long time to build the foundations of the data company that are going to be the next stage for us in terms of what we can deliver to market.
One of the best lines I think you had in one of our, so we have our OKR meetings that are now going to transition to L10s. Thank you to Max. Amazing. But our OKR meetings, one of the best lines I think that's still stuck with me is, and it was your OKR and you actually accomplished it. And I did not accomplish my TW OKR, which will happen next month, but the machine that builds the machine. I think we're getting really close to that where you've put into place just an absolute, again, I keep beating this dead horse, but just these rock stars, and we've had the talent, but now it coalesces under all these kind of like brains, and then this brain is now synced up to this master brain, that master brain being you and Max, and it's been really cool to see how we transition from basically AJ holding the whole product roadmap into his head, and now people are using Notion, Jira, like all these things that have like manifested in pulling AJ out of it, but then at the same time, I think that's freed you up to be in it even more, paradoxically. So it's been a really cool, from like the marketing side, really cool to see how fast product is moving. But not only that, we're moving in just a more efficient, effective manner. Our documentation's on point now. Everything has just been really, really, really cool to see.
Yeah. We can't push bad products right now because we have good PMs. It's good. It's good. It's good that we have things.
We have people taking notes after meetings. That's
It's a real thing. I didn't know notes were a thing, honestly. Apparently the other cool thing we have.
Do you know how amazing it is to get sent like notes after a meeting? You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think the some people, like if you look at Twitter, Rabbit, you can get the illusion that we're having fun only, which we are. We're having fun in the company, hands down. It's fun to do this because it's sort of fun to be on the team that's helping people and winning, and just it's fun to be on the team that's accomplishing things. On the same time, all the funness, which does come across very well on Twitter, there's so much real work happening in the background, whether it's developers staying up till 12, at night, or it's working, like I say after Shabbos, Max, and at like Saturday.
After Shabbat.
Right, but not on Shabbos, right? Like people working like Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Like people are working around the clock here. I don't think it's partially because we're hoping to be a big company and people are in it for themselves. There's a huge part of that, obviously. We do think that Well is going to be one of the most. It already is one of the fastest growing companies ever. But I think we want to be the fastest growing company ever. And so that's part of it. But a large part of it is just there's a lot of pain out there that we want to help. And so the Pixel is a great product. So is a Summary. There's so much more that we can do to help.
Do you want to share how many stores we have or no?
I don't know if we have to get into that right now. At some point we'll get into that. But I want to go so on the fun note, we have an amazing video. This is hands down one of, I think, the best ad videos done for any platform out there. Yeah. Zach Murray ran the point on this with Wes. It's insane. Like literally they constructed walls. They did a whole construction site to put on this video. It came out so good.
Yeah.
We're debuting it at Geek Out Barcelona.
I heard of the plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. Shout out Nick Shackelford. It's going to be really cool. We're going to have a
Did Nick
fun
see
in
the
store
video?
there. Well, it's like 90% done. Sound design is the last thing. FX and
honestly, Rob,
color
like the 90%
is strong.
done to me is like 100%. I can't even tell what's wrong with the sound now.
I know, I have no idea.
You'll put sound designs. It does make a difference. It's a weird. It's a very unique nuance, but there'll be like little swooshes and it matters. To your point, AJ, it's still stellar, but like. It's really good. It's like fancy tires on a supercar. Like if you have bad tires on a supercar, you can still drive it, but like it makes it just inch perfect. It's
Rob, two other
really
things
good.
I just want to mention that are coming also in case people are wondering. And we should have at some point a public roadmap at this point because we just basically told everyone everything, right? We're working on an API for the stats right now, and we're going to be working shortly after that on the Pixel API as well. So that's also going to be hitting in the next 3 months. And Amazon is something that we're actively pursuing as well. Again, I've told people that it's going to be in ASAP, but it's definitely going to be in the next 3 months as well. And so those are that's basically the big things right now, besides all the AI that we're working on in the background, right? So there's a ton of things we're working on that can hit as well.
There's a lot going on. I know Max is pushing up against it, so I want to make sure that we're respectful of your time there, but we have a ton going on, so actually need to get it added to the site, but we have a sneaky merch store, so you guys can now get your whale wear straight from us. Everything's at cost there, so we're not making any money. It's actually just going to be a demo store for us to deploy Triple Whale on. So go get the 8-bit whale is absolutely fantastic. And then we have a new wave of merch coming as well. Shout out Gary. He's the man. We have whale roadshows going on as well. So are you going to make it to Max went to one. Now you got to come to AJ. It's like celebrity status. Everybody's so happy. Everybody's so happy.
I don't feel like a celebrity. I feel more like the slave than the celebrity right now. I'm working so much. We'll figure out when. I want to.
We'll see if we can get AJ.
No, you got to see. You got to see
really
people,
cool.
AJ. You got to meet
it's so
people.
cool. You got it. You got to be the man of the people. It's really cool. So shout out to everybody that came out in New York. The next one will be in Toronto on the 27th of July, and then we go to London
Ooh, it's my
on the
birthday.
10th of August. Oh, there we go. And then the Whaleys are in September, so we'll be putting tickets on sale for that. And then what else do we got? We have a cool little event coming up in Austin. We're doing bringing 6 UGC creators out to Austin, put them in a fun penthouse. They're going to do a bunch of UGC videos for our Triple Whale brand. So if you are a Triple Whale brand and you want your product featured, reach out to me or Alexa. But yeah, to AJ's point, it sounds like we're having a bunch of fun, but at the same time, like, people are stressed in the marketing office. Everybody is at level 11 right now. But I think what's really important, and I'm sure maybe because we're going to make it through a whole episode without some sort of Jewish antidote or parable, AJ. So I'm going to just give you an easy toss-up. There's something to be said about when you have purpose. And when, like, people are so bought in, and everybody on my team is just like, so for example, in the Austin office, we're butts and seats 10 to 3, and Friday's a flex day. Almost everybody's here at 8:30, 9 o'clock and stays till like 6 p.m. And they only need to be here from 10 to 3, like, requirements. So there's just something to be said about having purpose can really help alleviate some of that pain that you feel. And so there's something you can pull from the Torah? Nothing like that, AJ? You are tired if you can't.
I am tired. Yeah.
Get
We always say that, right? That's the saying we say, like, someone else's physical well-being is our spiritual well-being, right? That's one of our mottos here. And so it's very much still our motto, right? If we can help you, we're doing a good job. I think the nice thing, Max, what you said, the nice thing is that right now, like, as you went to the event, and I wish I was there, right? People coming over and saying, "Hey, you really saved their business." Like someone you saved their life or something. That's a little much.
No, change. Not change their life.
That's also a big statement, right? Like, it's surprising. Like, sometimes I get in the weeds, and all I'm doing is, like, in there, seeing the problems, trying to troubleshoot, trying to help, trying to build.
Yeah.
Actually getting that feedback, guys. Yes, if you have love, shout it out. It helps the team. It helps us. It helps us continue to build at this crazy pace. This is a crazy pace. Like, there is no. This is the wartime pace, not like the peacetime pace. This is crazy pace right now that we're on. Yes. But it's fun.
Oh, Rabbi, we're coming down. We're coming down to Austin in a few weeks.
Amazing. You got to. You got to do it big. Yeah. Incredible. Well,
Rob,
if you guys
questions that people have is there any questions over here? And we're good.
What do we got?
Let me peek here. Are you okay on time, Max, or we need to?
Yeah, we can do
a couple things. So first one is AJ going to come to a road show? Hopefully, probably. Well, London might be hard, but Toronto's close-ish to you, and LA is pretty far.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll come to a road show. Yeah. I'm not sure
He'll definitely be at the Whaleys, so definitely buy your ticket to the Whaleys. That's in September. We'll get stuff up on that. The Cappy stuff you touched on. What else is there? The
Cappy Cappy is in testing right now. It's already partially mostly developed already. It's in testing. So, and we have one of our best developers on it right now. We have like this, we got some crazy talents right now in the company.
How can you get involved in the creative cockpit? We'll put a link in. I'll drop a link, and it'll also add it to the navigation bar today, and you can see if we can sneak you into the alpha. If not, we can definitely get you into the beta.
People can get, like, I think by Thursday, the alpha we need to take down for a little bit. By Thursday, it should be back on, and people just could get in there. They should reach out to support and just tag.
We'll add it. Perfect. We'll add it to the nav bar, and you can. Yeah, perfect. I'm tracking. We'll add it to the nav bar so you guys can find it, because right now it's been a little bit under wraps, so to speak. Is there no? So is there any more podcasts coming? No podcast right now. We have ad spend and you're not your ROAS. Maybe I can convince AJ and Max to start one, but right now that's kind of the network.
AJ, should we do one?
You guys I want to do more. I've said this in the past, but I just got really busy. I want to do more of these that were stable whales. I really want to go back. Like, Rabba, honestly, back to our roots. JLL is very tied into like what we do in terms of features and what we're building. And I do think as we start launching like almost a module per week, like as we start launching like this philosophy, like it will be good for us to get on with the PM that did it, with other, potential
That's
clients.
That's a great idea. That's a really good idea, AJ. That would be really fun.
And I want to actually do like an Apple style like video post in 3 months, but I was talking to Marie about that first, like a proper like launch of the OS when we get it done.
That'll be really fun. Yeah, I can't wait to unveil this video. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have a town hall, which will be kind of like a state of the whale on steroids. That'll be really fun. We can have some PMs on there. What else? A couple more questions. No, that's not that important. Yep, the whale mail will always stay ad-free, so you can't buy any inventory in there. Sorry. What else do we got?
Maybe they could.
No, we might open up podcasts for some inventory, and possibly the road show. We had a couple of solicitations of people wanting to sponsor the road show. So if you want to sponsor a Triple Whale road show, and if you're the right partner and you're going to generate value for the attendees, we're possibly open to that. But the whale mail is explicitly going to stay value add only. Are we hiring still? I know the marketing team is pretty sussed out right now. If you're a killer, you can definitely hit me up. But AJ or Max?
Right now, sort of where we're at is CS and Rockstar developers are always welcome at Triple Whale. So are Rockstar designers always welcome at Triple Whale. So if you are a Rockstar, but we're only hiring, we only hire Rockstars, and we are only hiring Rockstars. I actually think that our standard even is going up as we mature. We're learning in terms of our hiring processes and stuff. So there's a lot there. But I really think that in order to get into Triple Whale right now, you have to be really good. Yeah, you always did, but like even more so now, you have to just be like we had a guy walk in here today. There's a good story. He's a Hasidish guy. So Hasidish is like ultra Orthodox, 27-year-old, 4 kids. It's like blew me away. Like this guy is just like, it's one of those like he made one of our geniuses feel stupid. He's like off the charts. So like if you're that type of guy, there's always a place for you at Triple Whale. But you really have to be like pretty insane to join the team at this point.
Amazing. Yeah. On our site, there is a careers page, or if you are a genius level, definitely reach out to me, AJ, or Max, and we can connect you to all the right people, get you connected with our wonderful head of HR. Shout out Marcy. I think that's it, guys. There's nothing really else too pressing over here. Yeah. We are located. So this is just a location question. We hire talent over location. So if you are talented, you don't have to be in one of our 3 hubs, but we do have a bit of a hub model right now where proper HQ is in Columbus. So that's where Max and AJ sit. Also a majority of our CX team.
Developers and designers is definitely talent over location at any cost, right? So if you can do anything close to what Zach Murray can do in design, right? Where you can design things and do video and do landing pages and do product, like no matter where you are in the world, I don't care. You can be. We hired an AI developer that literally lives like at the end of the Arctic Ocean, like literally. Yeah. We hire anywhere. This person like won some of the hardest competitions out there. So like we literally hire anywhere if you're amazing. But then again, like you have to be really good at this point.
I think we favor the hubs. We favor the hubs.
Yeah, ideally.
I also say, in terms of hiring, the way to think of it right now is we just onboarded a ton of people, and so we're still ingesting a lot of the talent that we had and working towards optimizing. And so like I do think Triple Whale will come to a place where normal people can just join our team. We don't have to always be like, but like right now, unless you're like someone we can't pass on, we wouldn't hire, right? That's basically where we are right now.
Yeah, too long didn't read. If you're amazing and you think you're amazing, hit us up. We might be able to find a place for you. We do, like I said, have proper HQ in Columbus. All of our dev and engineering is out of Jerusalem, and then the marketing department is run out of Austin, Texas.
Rob, I want to say one last thing. First of all, I want to thank all the clients for being with us and for supporting us. You know, we're here for you guys, and you guys being here for us means a lot to us. I also think like I don't think we can work harder at this point to deliver value. I don't think there's any team in the world working harder on these problems than we are right now. I just don't think there is. And so I also think that when you choose like a provider, first of all, everyone should get an analytics tool and an attribution tool. I think those are a must at this point.
Yep.
If you're running any type of paid media. I also think like as our tools mature, right, like picking the right tech stack from day one is very important, because like when you come to Q4 and the CDP is fully loaded, right, or the AI is fully firing off, like if you're not on the right tech stack, you're going to be missing out, right? It's like Uber built their own messaging system. It took them years to migrate to Slack, right? They lost tons of productivity for it, right? Most companies are not Uber. They didn't raise $11 billion. They don't even have the ability to make those mistakes. You pick the wrong tech stack at this point. I'm not saying it's vital, like, it will ruin your business, but I am saying like it could significantly change the trajectory of your business, right? So I do think picking the right partners are very important right now. And picking a partner is important. But the right partner is just as important as a partner.
Yeah, and I will tell you, it is nice to have a lot of the requisite features under one roof, where you don't have to like app switch a bunch of stuff. So I think that's something
it's not
competitive
that,
advantage is. Oh, for me it is.
I'm saying if a specific ad is tied to a specific piece of inventory, like that's extremely valuable. Right?
Oh no! I'm talking about the macro level of not having to jump into 78 different apps to find to derive the insight that you need. Like, it's cool to be in one spot where I can go to the Creative Cockpit, I can see the summary page and see my profit and loss statement. I can jump into the cohorting to do some LTV analysis. I can do all this stuff under one roof versus like I have 78 different logins, all these things. Like it starts to get like a quagmire.
Right? There's the tab consolidation, but then actually every product, because they work together, they're better. The sum is more the parts, right? So let's say the Creative Cockpit, because it has first party data, it's a better product, right? Yep. Same with, because we're building on our own data lakes, for instance, our Creative Cockpit flies. We don't have to go to Facebook and call the data every single time you go, like a Supermetrics, right? You just go in there and it's there, right? And so like as we, like an influencer dashboard needs to have first party data, right? There's things, because we're building at scale and we're building these together, they just work better together. And so that's sort of the what we're unlocking right now on the first stage of the value that we're trying to unlock in the market. Or really second stage. I guess the first stage was the summary and pixel. Second stage is the OS. Third stage is automation. So
there you go, Triple Whale. We love our threes here. Amazing. Max, you're such a gem. Thank you for letting us push up against your hard stop. Max, you're on the Twitters. Follow him. What's your handle?
REA Max.
Max.
You'll find me.
Max Blank. Boom. Amazing. AJ's on the Twitters. He's been a little quiet. I don't know what the deal is there.
That's because I've been building, Rob. That's it.
Yeah. To be fair, the CEOs that have been posting threads, that's not a good sign for your company. If you look at a few of the CEOs that have been dropping threads, maybe stay off the threads.
What happened was I realized I spent time on Twitter, and I was like, is that a good use of time? And I was like, no, probably not. And so like, I'm sorry if I'm more quiet because of that, but
I think this can be your link to the people. This can be your cathartic response where you can pull your head up from out of the zeros and ones and realize that you are helping people make more money, changing lives in a positive way, giving them. You do got to come out to at least a road show for sure. They're super fun. Kevin puts together a really good party, and I will hands down bet we have the best community. Like, just the people that we have are so cool. Like from me, like going through our brands that are on the platform, it's just like it's a who's who of like I couldn't be. It's Rob, just really makes me smile.
Did we ever talk about the mensch policy yet?
Okay. For the next episode, man.
Do you want to round it up? Okay, that's what they call.
Let's go.
I gotta go. I gotta get off. I gotta call that.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's go.
We'll save the mensch policy for the next stay the whale. We'll keep you guys on the cliffhanger. If you aren't already involved with Triple Whale, you can go to trytriplewhale.com, which will soon be triplewhale.com, hopefully soon-ish. That is going to be very exciting for me. We also have a fantastic newsletter that goes out every Tuesday, Thursday called Whale Mail. We would love for you to subscribe. You can go right to our Twitter bio at Triple Whale, subscribe right on our profile page. Like I said, Max and AJ are both on the Twitters. They have some great feeds when they post. I am also on the Twitter, and then I think that's it, folks. Oh, don't forget to get your Triple Whale swag. And then if you do have any questions or anything like that, feel free to just ping us on the Twitters, and we will slide this into the next State of the Whale. This felt good, guys. We went a little long.
Felt great.
Record-breaking numbers, which is great. So the viewership,
What are we
we
at?
had like 45 on LinkedIn. We have 52 on Facebook. I don't have the YouTube numbers here, but this is strong. That's great. This is
actually
record
we never
breaking.
have live people, so we usually have like
Blockbuster.
1,000. We usually have a lot of people afterwards, not a lot of live people. So it's nice to have live people.
It's great.
It's been great.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up, Rabba. And next time we will come back again. I think we're gonna start coming back more, guys, just because the pace is gonna be uncomfortably fast for us. Hopefully for you guys, it's just gonna be value. For us, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. But for you guys, it'll just be value.
We'll take the discomfort to generate more value for our users. Awesome. Amazing. From Columbus, from Jerusalem, from Austin, this is the Triple Whale team. We are out. Thanks again for joining us on this State of the Whale. We'll see you guys on the flip.
Babs?